Okay. I don't know if you can see me or not. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to play guitar that I have not played since I bought it in 2021. I haven't done anything to it. I got it at a friggin' pawn shop, $200. Like, no, I got it in 2020 at a pawn shop. And then in 2021, I went back up to Utah, so it was in Utah, St. George. I went back, I go, dude, you said there was a case with this friggin' guitar. And I had it. This guitar. Where's the case? Oh, did you not get the case? Yeah, right. I'm like, well, yeah, you know. So they gave me the case, which is a nice case. It's a hard shell case. It's got all sorts of stuff in it. Strap. Of course. It's got, you know, capo, whatever the hell you call them. It's got a paintbrush. Don't know why, but it's in there. It's got some extra knobs. It's got strings. It's got, there's that. A bunch of picks. And a bunch of these little rubber band things that are supposed to do something. I don't know how they work on guitars. Because I don't care. How's that? Woohoo! So, besides that, I've played it once, and I played it when I had more amps, and I'm like, wow, this is a dull sounding guitar. It's because of the stock pickup. And it's Ibanez. And it's like, so there's this, what is it, RG? Yes. So there's the low-end RG, which every kid, I guess, buys, or a lot of kids. There's the mid-level, and then there's the high-level one with the really nice, what do they call it, low pro. This is like a low pro. This is like a mid pro. I'd call it low, though. And the pickups are just stock, whatever. What is it? Something N4 and something N something. So it's got two humbuckers and a single in the middle, which I hate. Don't put singles anywhere on my guitar. Even if it's a friggin' telly. Rip it out and put in a humbucker. Gosh dang it, I don't like the sound. I'm not a country player. Bye, cracky. See, we'll put it on country. I would love it because he can play everything and he likes tellies. You know why he likes tellies? Because nobody else does. And he did watch he whatever. But when he first came out here, I saw him when he was in his first two bands. And he always wore like a first band he just dressed, you know, like everybody else. You know, had his hair up, and it wasn't that long. It was like he's never really had his hair long. And he'd wear makeup, and he was great, but he had, you know, a Strat with a friggin' bar on it and a friggin' toggle. It was a whole thing. And he was basically Little Eddie Van Halen, which is fine. It didn't matter to me. I could, because he was really good. And he did some little tricks that I never heard. So I'm like, cool, this guy's good. And his name was John Lowry. That's right. Wow, how did I remember that? So I saw him play in a band called Red Square Black because my drummer auditioned for it. And he didn't get it because the guy, Castillo, that was in, you know, Ozzy and Motley Crue. And then, of course, Motley Crue, with their bitterness, killed him with cancer because Motley Crue is so toxic. That's I'll bet you there's a friggin' case to be made for that. Anyways, so it was Castillo, John, and 2 other people. And it's called Red Square Black. They were very good live. This guy was amazing. John came out in a skirt and, combat boots, a t-shirt, and his hair was, I think, in pigtails and makeup, but he was just friggin' shredding. So you couldn't, go, what's up with this guy? Plus, he bounced right from that into, like, Rob Halford's band, so you're thinking, oh, that's up with that guy. But it wasn't. Not that I'm mad. Love Halford. Like I said, I don't know if you guys, I don't want to tell the story, but yes. I was playing in Arizona, and these 2 chicks took me to a club that we were going to play called the Mason Jar. And they're like, oh, Rob and his partner always hang out here. And I go, his partner? Because I still was not convinced, even though I'd had a bunch of people tell me, even like a model that I was dating, tell me that she was hired to hang out with Rob to, so people wouldn't think it was, the record company is really concerned. Like, if the metal crowd finds out Rob Halford's gay, they're going to lose their entire audience. Which turned out not to be true, right? Right. But at the time, like, when Halford first left, I went and saw him fight. They were a brutal band. They were great. 2 sucked. And I think they only played 2 or 3 shows. And Halford knew it. He said, this isn't for me. He had, what's his name, Trent Reznor doing stuff. That's not Halford. So then he went back to Halford after fight 2, Halford. And Halford was, great again. And people didn't care. But the first show, I went to see the first show with the new singer at Universal Amphitheater. And everybody was going, fag, fag. And I'm like, really? Really? Come on. When Halford was down there, everybody loved him. And he was the same person. And, my bass player, he was like my brother. And, we would talk about this all the time, And he was not, for gay, they certainly weren't happy. My bass player, my drummer, they were not happy. Because it's a rough life. But, hey, I'm not going to get into that. I'm getting, I go from John Lowry to that. Anyway, so, why did I say, John? Because single coil. So now, you're going to hear how dull this sounds, and, with my playing right now. So, here we go. Plus, no, just this. You can't kill it, because it's just the volume and the tone. I hate that. I like that. I love doing that. The whole time I play guitar. So, whatever. But this isn't really enough to put a lot of money into. So, I'm not going to. I might switch pickups out at some point if I can find a new tech. And that's that. So, there you go. I don't feel like playing today. I just figured I'd pull out a different guitar. I only have a few here, like I said, about, I don't know, 10. Like I said, I got 140 guitars, but most of them are in storage. I think my son has about 40 of them, and then my cousins have, 30 or so, and some amps, and everybody's holding on to stuff until I get back up to Utah or wherever I'm going to move and settled, and then take everything back. But I figured I'd just bring this one back, because so when I went back up to get the case, it was my aunt's funeral service, so I named the guitar. There's her name, Sylvia Jane. So this is Sylvia Jane. So you cannot let Sylvia Jane sound like this. So I'm going to swap out this pickup and have a kill switch or something put in, and that's it. And that's the story of this guitar. And that's it for today, right, kids? Okay. Any questions? Feel free to ask. And there you go.